The truth behind what happened when basketball's greatest legends step into the spotlight with women's basketball's brightest star has left the sports world speechless. Michael Jordan, the man who defined basketball excellence for an entire generation, found himself sharing a moment with Caitlin Clark that nobody could have predicted. When the microphone changed hands on live television, the reaction wasn't just about basketball. It was about respect, legacy, and the future of the sport itself. The implications of this moment stretch far beyond a simple interaction between two basketball icons, reaching into conversations about gender equality in sports, generation alliators, and what it means when the greatest player of all time. Next evolution of basketball excellence. Michael Jordan's relationship with women's basketball has evolved significantly throughout his career and post-retirement years. As owner of the Charlotte Hornets since 2010, Jordan has witnessed firsthand the growth of women's professional sports and has increasingly expressed support for equal recognition and compensation in athletics. His business ventures through Jordan Brand have expanded to include partnerships with female athletes, recognizing the commercial and competitive value of women's sports. The connection between Jordan and contemporary women's basketball reflects broader changes in how retired male superstars engage with the current generation of female athletes. Jordan's public statements in recent years have emphasized the importance of supporting all basketball players regardless of gender, marking a shift from earlier eras when cross-gender recognition was less common in professional sports. Caitlin Clark's emergence as a transformative figure in women's basketball has attracted attention from basketball legends across all levels of the sport. Her impact on WNBA viewership, attendance, and commercial success has created unprecedented visibility for women's professional basketball that has caught the attention of NBA icons who recognize her influence on the sport's growth. The cultural significance of interactions between established male basketball agents and emerging female superstars beyond individual moments toward a present broader acceptance and recognition of women's basketball as equally compelling and commercial entertainment. These interactions shall bridge generational and gender gaps within basketball culture. Questions arise about how public recognition from figures like Jordan might influence the trajectory of women's basketball and whether such endorsements from legends could accelerate mainstream acceptance and commercial investment in women's professional sports. Caitlin Clark's 2024 WNBA season established her as the most impactful rookie in league history, averaging 19.2 points and 8.4 assists per game while leading the Indiana Fever to their first playoff appearance since 2016. Her statistical achievements broke multiple league records and transformed the commercial landscape of women's basketball. The attention surrounding Clark's professional debut exceeded all previous benchmarks for WNBA rookies, with television viewership regularly exceeding 1 million viewers, and attendance figures reaching capacity levels previously unseen in women's professional basketball. Her influence extended beyond individual performance to elevate the entire league's profile and commercial value. Clark's playing style combines exceptional three-point shooting, court vision, and competitive intensity that draws comparisons to some of the greatest players in basketball history, regardless of gender. Her ability to make difficult shots and opportunities for teammates has earned respect from basketball analysts and former players across all levels of the sport. The media coverage surrounding Clark's rookie season reached unprecedented levels for women's basketball, with major sports networks providing regular coverage and analysis that elevated the WNBA's visibility in mainstream sports media. It has created new opportunities for the league and its players. Her influence on youth basketball party ownership has been particularly notable, with reports of increased registration in girls' basketball programs and greater attendance at women's college basketball games. This grassroots impact demonstrates how individual superstars can drive broader participation and interest in their sports. The evolution of media coverage for women's basketball has accelerated rapidly in recent years, with networks investing more resources in production quality, analyst expertise, and promotional campaigns that position women's sports as premium entertainment rather than niche programming. Live television interactions between basketball superstars create viral moments that extend far beyond traditional sports audiences, reaching casual fans and generating social media engagement that amplifies the reach of women's basketball content. These moments often become cultural touchiness that influence public reception of the sport. The production values and promotional strategies around women's basketball broads have improved significantly, with networks recognizing that high-quality presentation and star-driven narratives can generate substantial viewers and advertising revenue. This investment reflects growing confidence in women's sports as commercially viable content. Social media amplification of memorable sports moments has transformed how basketball content reaches audience, with platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter allowing individual moments to achieve viral status and introduce women's basketball to new demographics that might not traditionally follow them. The importance of authentic interactions between athletes often resonates more strongly with audiences than scripted promotional content, creating opportunities for organic moments that generate genuine excitement and discussion about women's basketball. Its personalities. Michael Jordan's business empire extends far beyond his playing career to include ownership stakes, endorsement partnerships, and brand development that has made him one of the wealthiest athletes in history. His Jordan brand generates billions in annual revenue and has become synonymous with basketball excellence and cultural influence. The expansion of Jordan brand into women's athletics reflects broader recognition of the commercial potential of female athletes and the growing market for women's sports apparel and merchandise. This business evolution demonstrates how established sports brands are adapting to changing demographics and consumer preferences. Jordan's investment philosophy has increasingly emphasized diversity and inclusion across his business ventures, recognizing that supporting female athletes and women's sports can generate social impact and financial returns. This approach aligns with broader trends on sports marketing and brand development. The influence of Jordan's endowment or recognition extends beyond immediate financial implications to include cultural validation that can accelerate an athlete's mainstream success and commercial opportunities. His support often serves as a stamp of approval that influences other business leaders and media executives. Questions arise about how business relationships and endorsement opportunities might influence interactions between established male sports figures and emerging female athletes, and whether these relationships represent genuine support or strategic business foes. Current generation of women's basketball players has grown up with unprecedented access to training, coaching, and competitive opportunities that have elevated the overall quality of play to levels that command respect from basketball experts regardless. Aftendor, this improved quality has met across gender recognition, more common and technological advances in training methods, sports science, and performance analysis have allowed female athletes to maximize their potential in ways that previous generations couldn't access. These improvements have contributed to more dynamic and entertaining basketball that appeals to broader audiences. The increased visibility of women's basketball through social media and improved broadcast coverage has allowed fans to develop deeper connections with players and follow their careers more closely. This enhanced fan engagement creates more audiences for women's sports. Cultural shifts and attitudes toward gender equality in sports have created environments where recognition and support for female athletes from male sports figures is not only accepted but expected and celebrated by fans and media. The competitive intensity and entertainment value of contemporary men's basketball has reached levels that justify the attention and investment it receives from media partners, sponsors, and fans who appreciate high-quality athletic competition regardless of the participants' gender. The business case for investing in women's sports has strengthened significantly as demonstrated by increased television ratings, merchandise sales, and corporate deals that recognize the commercial viability of female athletic competition. This economic validation supports continued growth and investment. Television networks have discovered that women's basketball can generate substantial advertising revenue and audience engagement, particularly featuring compelling personalities and competitive storylines that resonate with diverse viewer demographics. Corporate sponsors increasingly recognize that supporting women's athletes in sports provide us opportunities to reach valuable consumer segments while aligning with brand values that emphasize diversity, inclusion, and empowerment. These partnerships create streams for women's sports. The merchandising potential of women's basketball has expanded dramatically with player jerseys, team apparel, and basketball equipment sales, reaching levels that justify significant marketing investments and retail partnerships. Venue operators have realized that women's basketball can generate a substantial ticket sales, concession revenue, and facility utilization that contributes significantly to their overall business success, particularly featuring popular players in competitive matchups. The global expansion of basketball has created international markets for women's professional leagues and players, providing additional revenue streams and competitive opportunities that support sports' continued growth and development. Social media platforms have transformed how basketball content is consumed and shared, with individual moments and highlights reaching millions of viewers through organic sharing and algorithmic promotion that extends far beyond traditional sports media channels. Several nature of compelling sports content means that memorable interactions between basketball figures can generate sustained attention and discussion that benefits all parties involved while elevating the profile of women's basketball among casual fan-generated content and commentary around basketball moments creates additional engagement and extends the lifespan of viral sports content, building communities of supporters who continue promoting women's basketball through their own social media. activities. The democratization of content creation through social media allows fans to participate in basketball discussions and analysis, creating more diverse perspectives and voices that enrich the overall conversation around women's single quotes sports.influencer. Partnerships and celebrating assistance facilitated through social media platforms provide new marketing opportunities for women's basketball, can reach audiences who might not be exposed to the sport through traditional media channels. The next generation of basketball fans is developing different consumption habits and preferences that favor authentic interactions, diverse representation, and high-quality competition regardless of gender. This demographic shift supports continued growth in women's basketball popularity. Educational initis and youth programs that emphasize gender equality in sports are recreating more inclusive environments where young athletes can without facing traditional barriers or limitations based on gender stereotypes. The increasing number of female coaches, executives, and media professionals in basketball creates more role models and leadership opportunities that inspiring women to pursue careers in sports while also influencing how the sport is presented and promoted. Technology improvements in training, performance analysis, and injury prevention are helping female athletes maximize their potential and extend their careers, creating more compelling competitive products that attract and retain fan interest. The continued investment in women's infrastructure, including facilities, coaching, and is creating sustainable foundations for long-term growth that'll benefit future generations of players and fans. If you're as excited about the evolution of basketball recognition and support as well, go ahead and like this video. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about cross-generation terps between basketball legends? How important is recognition from established stars for the growth of women's basketball? We want to hear your perspective on how the sport continues to evolve and gain mainstream. Then hit subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss our coverage. Basketball's most compelling stories and the athletes who are shaping the future of the sport. Thanks for watching.